the second Sunday of Advent.
And this week, let's do it one more time.
This week we're celebrating the second Sunday of Advent.
Yeah.
And do I just go?
No. Yeah, yeah.
Or do you want? Oh, wait, whatever. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Gospel Truth.
I'm Dean.
And I'm Audrey, and this week we are celebrating the second Sunday of Advent.
It's getting close. Christmas is getting close.
Very close.
Yeah.
And this week we want to focus on the theme of taking time to pause and reflect, pray, and meditate.
All right. So, I like that little sound of the phone.
Yeah.
It's like
we're going to keep going though anyway.
So we're gonna play through. So the reason why we're focusing on this is because of that really famous quote in this week's gospel where John is talking about telling us to repent, and then you hear a voice of one crying out in the desert, prepare the way of the Lord, make straight his paths. So what exactly does it mean in our eyes to make straight his path? There's a lot of ways to take this, but the one that we wanted to focus on was the whole idea of prayer and meditation.
Yeah, and I think, especially during the holiday season, I don't know about any of you, but it's one of the more busier times of the year for us.
Yeah.
It's a time to meet up with all your friends, with all your families.
So we got buy gifts. Sorry,
But we can't do that because we have to pause and take time to reflect, right?
Okay.
And so in the midst of all the hustle and bustle, the parties we're doing, the shopping that we need to do, the question we want to ask ourselves is, are we taking time out of our day to pray and meditate?
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that. Prayer, I think that's something that we're very good at. Prayer is when we talk to God.
Yeah.
Right? And there's many different ways to pray. We can pray in gratitude, we can pray supplication, we can ask for things from God, but we sort of see prayer as us speaking to God.
Yeah.
Okay. But the meditation side of things, I think, is not necessarily something that I do as often.
Yeah.
I don't do it as well. But the meditation is just more of the listening.
Yeah.
Sort of allowing God to speak back to us and talk back to us. And I think it's important for us to not only just pray, but also have some time to take a beat and allow God to speak through it to us as well.
Yeah. So, as we've said in the past before, that's redundant, but as we've said in the past, our relationship with God is a two-way street, right? So, we speak, he listens, and then he speaks to us, and we should take time to listen. And I know it's hard when it's not this physical human in front of you, where you can actually see someone's talking to you and hear them. So that's why meditation, I think, is really important. And I know for myself, it's not something I've put into practice or I've made a habit out of, but it's something I definitely think that I'd like to try more of, and I should challenge myself to actually carve out time to do that. And talking about it today is a great way to inspire me.
Kind of remind ourselves.
Yeah. But anyways, so connecting this to the idea of straightening the path.
Yeah, how does that all connect? Well, I think with the holiday season, it's very easy to get sidetracked with everything that we need to do.
Yeah.
And so if we just get too over-focused on all of the extra stuff, then when Jesus is trying to find his way to us, you're kind of forcing Jesus to take a couple detours.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, I gotta find my way to Audrey, I gotta find my way to Dean. But hold on, they have a party to go to.
They gotta go shopping.
They have shopping to do, they've got other stuff to do.
More parties, more hangouts, and a lot of other priorities.
Yeah. And again, he's not saying don't buying gifts is cool. Having parties is cool. It's great to celebrate with friends and family.
Yes.
But I think the role of prayer and meditation kind of reminds ourselves maybe at the end of the day, we kind of clear that path again and kind of say, we haven't forgotten you, Jesus.
Yeah,
right?
that was just a little detour. Let me take the cones out now.
We're going to take the cones. We're going to clear that path so that way you can sort of see that we have curated, we have lined this path just for you. We haven't forgotten.
Yeah, and so the goal with, praying and meditating is we would just want to give Jesus the easiest and most straightest paths to our hearts, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And again, it's completely okay to have these priorities and do your Christmas shopping, go to your parties, hang out with everyone, make time for folks. But it's just really important, we think, to, in addition to all of that, make making time for Jesus should also be a priority as well.
Yeah.
And you know, what do you do when you make time for Jesus when you're meditating or praying, right? Like some examples are like, wow, we're so thankful that we have the money to buy these gifts.
Yeah, we're so thankful that we have the time and the friends to be able to celebrate and have parties with.
Yeah,
right?
and
like
a home to host these parties in, right?
Yeah, sort of that gratitude and like recenters you. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, oh yeah, there's that path, there's that way that Jesus can get
Exactly. Yeah, and so, you know, we want to challenge everyone to kind of just do their best to make time to, or not, well, yes, make time, but also make praying and meditating a priority. Make it as high a priority as it is your other priorities, your number one priorities, and so just clear that path for Jesus, and he'll get like right to you like as fast as he can.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely gonna be working on meditating.
I know, I really should.
Yeah.
So thank you all for, you know, putting us in a position to like really think about that and challenge ourselves too.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. I think that's good.
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, I guess that's all we have to share this week. We hope everyone has a great week, and we'll see you all next week.
All right, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.